Hi, my name's David Campbell. I'm a religious marriage celebrant, and I'm authorised to conduct marriages right through Australia according to Australian law. I've had a number of people asking me, what does it actually involve to get married? And so I thought I'd put this short video together to give you an idea of what you need to do from the legal side to actually become married and move on with another season in your life. So let me just go through this. I offer two types of wedding ceremony. The first one is a traditional ceremony, and it's basically 6 steps. And the second one I offer is a 4-step or a legal documents only wedding. And that is simply 4 steps. And I'm going to walk through the 4-step process. The 6th step simply adds another meeting and a rehearsal to the whole process. So let me walk through this. The first thing that most couples need to understand is that to get married, you need a licensed or an authorized celebrant. And therefore, you need to make sure that they are available on the date that you'd like to get married. It's great to have wedding reception places organized and various venues and photographers and all the rest of it. But if you don't have a celebrant, you don't have a wedding. So make sure your celebrant is available. So you need to confirm that date. So stepping in and doing that is really, really important. The second step is to complete what's called a notice of intended marriage. And that's a form that the government has produced. It collects all the information that celebrants need to confirm who you are, the date that you want to get married, all of those sort of bits and pieces. You can download that from the government website, but equally most celebrants will either have a copy that they fill out with you or that they send to you and get you to fill out electronically online. So you need to fill out that notice of intent. The notice of intent is quite literally, it is a legal notice. So it must be signed and witnessed by the marriage celebrant that you're working with. If that's not possible, there are other people who can witness it, but you need to talk to your celebrant about that. It is valid for a period of 1 month to 18 months. So during that time frame, you can move your wedding if you need to, but it's valid for an 18-month period. After that, you have to complete another one. The next step is to actually have a marriage interview. Go and talk to your celebrant. Some of the documents that are really useful to take with you to those meetings, because you have to prove who you are, when you were born, all of those sort of aspects. So celebrants are required to find out the date and place of your birth and prove your identity. So the best way to do that is to provide them with a passport. If it's not in English, it needs to be translated by an official translator. A driver's license, a proof of age card, a birth certificate, again translated into English, and some form of proof of your current address. So those documents are absolutely required, but 2 of any of those documents. The other thing that you need to bring with you, if you've been previously married, and whether you're separated, you're divorced, we need to know when and how that marriage ended, so that we know that you are no longer married. So you need to bring proof of that. If it's divorce, then the courts will have given you a document that says your divorce was finalized on this date. So make sure you bring those documents with you to the celebrant when you meet with the celebrant. Couple of things to remember about your wedding itself. Your witnesses must be 18 years or older. They must know either of the parties in some way, and they must be able to speak and understand English. And while we're on that particular topic, I do a lot of weddings for couples from overseas, and interpreters may be necessary. You need to have that conversation with your celebrant. May be necessary so that the wedding can be interpreted and the couples involved can actually understand what is legally being said, because this is a legal contract. The fourth step is to actually have your wedding ceremony. And that's really a case of coming along with your witnesses, your guests, whoever's there, sitting down, going through a ceremony. You have to say your vows. You have to hear a statement from the celebrant about who they are and what their license is. And then you go through that ceremony. After you've done that, you're actually married. So it's as simple as that, a 4-step process from starting out, making sure that you walk through the process and you complete at the other end. The other point that I forgot to mention was you are in Australia required to give 1 month's notice. So when you fill out that notice of intended marriage and it is signed, that's when the 1 month starts. You cannot marry inside that 1 month period. There are exceptions, but as a general rule, you can't marry within that 1 month period. So bear that in mind. If you want to know some more, please reach out, contact me, and we'll have a discussion.